Well, welcome everybody. We're getting back to work on the P-47. As you can see here, I got dust everywhere. As you can see here, I have a large stack of parts. And that's what I've been doing for the last few months, is just making parts. And we're getting pretty close to having all the parts made and to be able to assemble it. So 1 hour a day is what I've been working on it. Sometimes a little more, but you know how it goes. Anyway, back over to this bench here. I finally got my Amazon order of glue tips. They lost them twice. Anyway, so this is the back half. This is the back half of the fuselage right here. And we'll get to making that in a minute. We want to work on the cowl that I molded up last night, yesterday. Been sitting in the buck. And we got one washer. Come on, get off of there. I probably ought to cut this off the cowl, off the block before I move this. So, how are we going to do this? Let's see here. It's going to go to right here. I need my good ruler, fork back ruler. Don't know where it is. It is so hard to build in this little spot. It's unbelievable. Well, I got this ruler here. I shouldn't have took that off. Okay, no big deal. We need to get this set up to trim. Now, the trimming is, because I have this on a backbone, I can't sit it down and it's bent. I can't sit it down on the table and trim around the bottom. So the best way to do that is what I'm going to show you here. We'll cut it big so we got some room to sand. And now the other side. Yeah, it's gonna take a couple of trimmings. That's okay. We got lots of time. I would imagine this probably weighs about a half an ounce. Now we started out yesterday was with the glue and everything was probably close to an ounce. But I would say after everything's dried here, we're going to see this about an ounce or a half ounce. I mean, and we'll weigh it up as soon as I get it cut off here. Of course, there's some more parts that need to be added, but cut it big because you're going to have to sand it. You're probably wondering how I'm going to join those slots that I cut in that pile. Well, that's done with carbon, and I'll show you that as we get this cut free here. Cut it free and weigh it up. I might have to extract that. We'll see what happens. I might have to excavate these cuts and glue a piece in. We'll see if it's worth doing. If it ain't close to a half ounce, it's not worth messing with. Let's see here. Okay. Yep. Hello, everybody. Okay, let's weigh it. This is the cowl. Let's weigh it up and see what it weighs. Cut pretty close. $16 grams, 1 gram over, not 1 to 17, but it'll be half ounce when it's done. So now let's sand this up here and see what it, see if we can get the look right. First thing I'll sand is the front here. Ah, that stupid camera. Yep. Maybe it's more aggressive paper. So we got to trim that up some more. About an eighth too long on that side. Now, okay, we need to glue that. So, I don't have any 2/10 here, but I do have 0.5, so that'll work. Normally I use 2/10, but my 2/10 is over at John's house. We'll just use this. Let's see here, where's my good scissors? Time for me to take some more stuff back home. Yep, here they are. We're gonna need that all that for when I do the other compound. Well, this is called compound molding. Straight form molding is pretty easy. You don't have to make any cuts or anything in the wood. But when you're doing a compound mold, you got to relieve it. So we'll cut this up here into 1/2 inch strips. Funny long like that. Take a little carbon, lay it over the crack. Wick some CA on it. Yeah, I got hot. Didn't take me long to inspect that. Cyanide. Yeah. Okay, let's fix this wrinkled mess here. What the hell's that about? I'm getting all kind of goofy sounds from my phone here lately. Okay. Well, did I make that look easy enough for you guys? Let's see now. There we go. I'm probably going to do a razorback. I got all these canopies. I'm going to make both the razorback top skin and the bubble top. And I'll set them together and look at it and see what I think. I don't have to make that decision until after the model is together, because all this, you know, I could put the airplane together right now. Okay. See what we got going on here. How bad it doesn't fit. This fitment is part of the deal. So it's really pretty easy. I mean, really pretty easy. I'm doing the hardest part now, fitment. You want a good model, everything's got to fit perfect. Or as close as you can make it. I see Lewis Rankin starting his fuel business again. Now we got a guy in the club here who mixes our fuel, which is the same fuel as Lou's going to mix. It's basically Sig Champion. I need another hand is what I need here. But I've used it and it's good stuff. Okay, so we got one side trimmed. We'll have to sand and fit and fiddle and fart. Because it ain't quite straight, so. Okay, so now I got this here. I've used 15, 20%. 5% when it's cool, higher nitro when it gets hot. I think I crashed my last Thunderbolt on 15% nitro, and that was the cause of the crash. Ran out of fuel. Go up in nitro, you gotta open the needle valve up. I'm gonna have to make the inside formers for this. Yeah, not really. This year I've only run 10%. Hasn't really been super hot. You see how nice uniform that makes it? I mean, you couldn't take a block and sand it that perfect. I mean, I can get it down pretty good, but 17 grams. Let's see here. I got bad news. I got bad news. My bottom block's not going to work. This Razorback's wider. Damn, I should have checked that. So I got to make a new bottom mold. See how much difference there is? Yep. Let's hope I made the... Okay. We're going to be going through the mold making process again this weekend. This is the top to my original Thunderbolt. And I guess this you know, I building this one off the plans. I guess Billy's changed it. So this is 3 and 666 thousandths. What's this one? Yeah, 3/16 of an inch wider. I mean, you could force it and make it work, but I'd rather it fit perfect. I made this one using his drawings. I got this tool to help me. If it goes big enough. So that is a bummer. I thought I was going to sneak by and be able to use my other molds, but I'm not. So we want to measure it right above the wing. Which is right here. Yep. I made this off the plans. This is the Razorback mold buck for the top. I did not make a bottom. I was going to use my old bottom, and the airplanes are different. So I have to make a bottom. Isn't that a bummer? Well, we're using big engines and flying big weight, and in the summertime when the temperatures come up, you got to use more nitro to make the same amount of power. Damn, I'm really bummed out. Now I have to go back and make a whole bottom mold. I mean, I could do it. It's going to be. I guess we're going to have to. We're going to have to work on this top mold, I guess. So, it's definitely going to be a Razorback. Because I've already got this one made. I'm not going to make another bubble top. Now, the bad thing is I got to think about how I'm going to do this in one piece. This is going to be very interesting. I guess I can come back this way, split the sheeting right here. Now this turtle deck could be put on and staked and put on in another sheet, but I really don't want extra. I don't want a joint right here. I'd like to go all the way back with the sheeting. I'm gonna have to think about that. I am gonna have to modify that top, but where did the plans go now? Okay, this is the wing plan. We don't need the wing plan, we need the fuse plan. We got F9 there, we're gonna have to make a wedge. Oh, isn't that a bummer? I guess we got 25 minutes. I need to make this wedge. Let's see here. Yeah. I'm gonna have to move this stuff off this table before I break it. I have to think this through. I got a piece of foam that I can glue on there. I use foam. I've used wood. I've used a baseball bat. Gotta use whatever. So this one's wider. And that's something. Billy threw me for a loop. So now I got a razorback, a bubble top cowl made up for the thinner fuselage. Oh well. Wasted a day. Not like I have to have this thing done right away anyway. And I got plenty of time. I got plenty of airplanes to fly. Hit the ground with one and put the lines on another. Okay. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, bombing out. Things that make you go, I hate mugging with this foam in here. It's going to make all kind of white shavings all over the place. Practically, I got to build 2 airplanes to get one out of it. It's unreal. Yeah, I use pink foam, I use white foam, I use whatever. And that's cut back at an angle, but hopefully it's long enough. Yeah. Okay, a little epoxy. Mix some epoxy up and glue that on. Glue this on the top of that. I have to get these white. I'm gonna have to clean up tonight. Oh, what a bummer. Okay. Five minutes. Well, that was a good thought anyway. I thought I could get away with it. Yeah. So the bottom won't get made till we do a Saturday at John's. It's just the way it is. Gotta cut all them stupid formers out again, glue it on a piece of wood, put some foam between it. What a pain in the butt. Hey, Jim. Okay, the mold's been modified for that overhang for the canopy. I'm going to be able to cut a canopy and fit it on here before I even do the model. I got lots of canopies. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that drawing there and cut one of these canopies out to that drawing, put that framework on the mold and pull one more canopy to see if I can get the framework to go right into the canopy. If I do it this way, I got to do it the epoxylite way, and I really don't like doing that. If any of you guys ever used epoxylite, it's a pain. If you did it with superfill, superfill's too soft, it would sand right off. so I got smuts on my hand. I hope I didn't get it on that canopy. I mean, I got more, but no, I didn't hurt it. And I got plenty of plastic to make 18 more of them if necessary. Well, Jim, I don't know whether you saw it or not. I molded that cowl on it weighs 17 grams. I can't use it. This is off my original molds from my original Thunderbolt. And I measured Billy's Thunderbolt, and this Thunderbolt's wider. So I'd have to remake the fuselage crutch to the narrower Thunderbolt. I think I'm going to go with the wide one. Bob McDonald told me something about that. He said Billy made a couple different widths. So I want to go with it as is. Well, I'll just make another mold. Bottom mold. That don't start fire. We got plenty of time. No, ain't quite dry yet. Yeah, my top mold is too narrow. This is made off the plans. This top mold was taken right off the plans, right off the formers off the plans. My Thunderbolt was narrower than this one. 2004, when I measured Billy's airplane, it was that wide. This one here is wider, and like I said, Bob McDonald told me Billy made a couple of different widths. Not a big deal. We'll just make another mold. Oh, cutting it wrong here. Might have to sand this instead of cut it. Oh, crap. You know how to mold the top in one piece. Well, I've been thinking about that, and we'll work on it on the weekend. I don't know if I want to cut that or not. I don't think I will. I think we'll sand it. All right, guys. I'm modifying the mold. We're at the end of our hour. It's a bummer that I ended up with too narrow of a mold, but I'll have to make a new buck. Not that big a deal. Just a pain is all. I think I still got a piece of wood here. All right, that's gonna do it for tonight. I'll eat dinner, and after dinner I'll work on cutting the formers for the bottom. I kind of thought this looked fatter than mine. Are you guys happy with the stunt hanger speed? That thing ought to be blazing. For as much as it cost, and as much of a pain in the ass as it was, it ought to be smoking, it'd be like lightning. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'll see what I can come up with as far as getting the buck laid out and all that tomorrow night. At least I know where I got to be. I'm not going to worry about this either till the weekend because I'm going to sand this outside, or I can't hardly sand it in here because them little white flecks of foam will go everywhere. All right. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.